What's good with it? It's your boy, Simon Phoenix. This is Shots Fired. What up? What up? What up? So as we slide into another action-packed Sunday night rant, you know how your boy do. I'm nosy as hell. So normally I'm watching The Breakfast Club. That's what I do. I watch The Breakfast Club, a lot of YouTube videos. I be trying to figure out what y'all be doing out there. I'm nosy. I be trying to stay on point. So I'm watching The Breakfast Club. They got Dr. Umar on there, and I'm a fan of Dr. Umar. I like Dr. Umar. And I would say I agree with him, probably about 80%. There's some things I don't rock with so far, but, about 80% of the things that he says, I'm on board with. That being said, the thing that sparked my interest to bring this rant to the table was the conversation of interracial dating. And for me, I kept thinking the same thing. No one ever talks about how these guys got to that level. How did they get to the point where, as they say in the hood, you messing with Becky? But I, being me and being a person been all around the globe and seen some things and done some things, had some personal experiences, I felt like I could really get to the point, get to the essence of why some black males wind up dating Becky, because y'all don't really tell us when you give the rants, when we hear the crazy conversations outside of the angry dudes that say that they hate y'all guts, being black women. Now, I am not a person that subscribes to that level of bullshit, because as much as I critique black women and women as a whole, because I have no problem critiquing men as a whole, because we all know that men do a bunch of dumb, idiotic behavior type shit. So I feel like everybody can be critiqued because everybody deserves it. If you're doing something stupid, that's on you. Right? Right. So I look out here and I see that, as a whole, no one ever talks about how these guys get to interracial dating. How did they get to their level? And so in my mind, I said, well, look, let's throw out some information that is straightforward and truthful to get it started. Men are opportunists. That's all of them. And men are opportunists when it comes to fuck. You're pre-programmed to hop on anything you could hop on if the opportunity presents itself, right? And then we bring up discipline and we talk about how you have to have some control, and we get all of that. But the variables change when you're talking about the atypical male learning to be a good man, to get to that street. And so on your journey to it, life has a way of pushing you in one way or another. And these men have been, in my estimation, sometimes harshly judged by Black America based on the fact of who they date, because no one has ever asked them why or how that happened. They just assumed that you were one of those guys that said you hate anybody named Lakeisha. You know what I'm saying? And that ain't true. So let's get into it. So my first guy is the atypical guy most people talk about. Your athlete. And the athlete to me is probably the easiest, but no one pays attention. The athlete is normally the guy who your parents pushed you into some white school based on the fact that you could get a good education, and the school wanted you because you were a mutt of an athlete. You were super fast. You could catch the ball. You was dunking on people. Whatever you was doing, that school wanted to have you there because they knew your star was about to shine and they wanted some of that shine on them. It is what it is, right? But most people don't pay attention that these guys are then put in situations where now they're in around nothing but white people. And I'm not saying that to be bad against white people. I'm just saying, if you take a black male and you put him in a school where it's majority white people that are there, and he's the stud athlete, then you automatically know that he's going to be viewed as an alpha. And everybody knows that alpha males in 95% of the situations get the top picks of the chicks. And for a black dude, that's a hell of an ego to say that you get to pick from all of them. It's hard not to go for that. And I can see how you could be pushed off into that. And nobody thinks about it. And I've had women say to me, like, I don't understand why my son date white girls. And I'll be like, what? You sent him to Mr. Christian school over here on the side. They've been known to win state championships. Every black guy that's been a mutt that's done came out there and tried to get their hands on. That's where you sent him. And the population of black people there is like something like 12%. What do you expect? To me, I think that's really silly. Like, how do you not think he's going to date white women? They're the million that he's around all the time. They're the number one group of girls that are kissing his ass because they see he's going to be something. And then normally what happens? He goes out of high school and then he goes to a major college. If he's still a mutt, he goes to a major college where there's even more white girls. And he's back to maybe a demographic of 20% black. And the only way he can fold himself into black America is a hard choice to say, I'm going to join a black fraternity. That's how they get back in. And if they don't do that, or they don't have a black fraternity at the school they're at, then guess what? 9 out of 10 shot, they're probably going to date white girls because then the girls going to be shooting they shot the most. That's the group of people he's going to be around the most. That's how it happens. Good, bad, or indifference, this is normally the scenario when it comes to your athlete, no matter what sport he's playing. And the more the sport is out of the limelight, the more likely that the girls that are going to jock him are going to be white. So if you got a dude that got a scholarship for soccer, hey man, the girls that are normally into soccer players happen to be white girls in America. I'm going to say that much. In America, like worldwide, no. But in America, yes. That's your scenario. That's exactly how it goes down. So then let's get off into the next guy, right? And the next guy falls into this same abyss. This is a smart guy. This is the nerdy guy. This is the guy who is into all the stuff that's not street. It's a guy that's at his house watching anime. You know what I'm saying? He building his own robots at the crib. That guy. When you're that guy in black, it's hard to get black girls to mess with you. That's just what it is. You outside the box. You're the uncool guy because you're doing the non-street stuff. And a lot of us don't view intelligence as cool. You could be smart and do other things, but to be the hallmark of I'm just smart does not as a male make you cool, especially in black America. If you say it does, you're lying to me. You are 100% lying to me. And so that guy, because of lack of attention from black women, go to the other women. Because they see that, you nerdy, I'm nerdy, I'm kind of weird, I like that. I like dressing up like Sailor Moon. Your average hood girl don't know who Sailor Moon is. But the nerdy girls know who it is. And that's who he winds up being with. And it has nothing to do with the I hate black girls thing. It has nothing to do with that. Just has to do with they feel ostracized from black America because of the things they enjoy. And then there's the group of guys who are just forced in the situation based off where they live. And that's your upper middle class. That your dad makes good money, your mom makes good money. They're both doctors. Your world has been white America. And we don't like to talk about that. That family moved out of the hood and they live in suburbia. He goes to an upper school. He's in the same boat as the black guy who's an athlete, except for he's just the regular Joe there. That's the black guy. So if he not handsome, he not funny, the few black girls that he around ain't gonna mess with him because he not the star guy. So same scenario. That's how he enters that universe. And the guy that I like to talk about, I'll do this guy last. So the next guy I wanted to talk about was the plain guy. And what I mean by plain is that you're just normal. You're just regular, right? You right in the middle. You got a little regular job. You got a little regular money. You know, you kind of funny, but not really. You ain't ugly, but you ain't handsome. It's a lot of them dudes that they just break in the middle America mark. And when I say that, I mean like from a money point of view, like they just cracking 40 grand. Those guys right there, ain't nobody checking for them. Nobody. Those dudes are normally losing in the world because the majority of women want the top guys. They're chasing the top guys, whether they're drug dealers, whether they're the guy who makes all the money because he's a lawyer, no matter what. They're chasing those top level guys. So those low level guys, they're not getting on, especially if they're not handsome or funny. They're not getting on. So then what you do? Well, you live in a world where the majority of women are white and they don't have no men. So you go and wait for one of them to shoot their shot at you, which they will because they don't want to be lonely. I see it all the time. And I know when I see it because I've had conversations with these dudes where they be like, man, I tried to shoot my shot at so-and-so, and it, man, fell through, bro. Tried to shoot my shot at so-and-so, fell through, bro. She didn't want to mess with me, bro. What happened? Oh, bro, she started messing with so-and-so. You know, you getting that money, da-da-da-da-da-da. Oh, I got you, bro. And this is a normal thing, but nobody ever talks about it. Nobody ever talks about this group of men and why they got there. We all just pretend that men are this group here, the very last group, the hurt men, that somewhere along the lines, black women hurt you. That whether they made fun of you, whether you could never get on and you took that extremely personal, whether it's the fact that you had a horrible mom, whatever got you there, to hate black women, you despise their souls and guts. And that's just how you feel. That's where you at. And can't nobody take you from there. And I've met those dudes and I've had those kind of conversations. And at one point I was saying the speaking points that girls say to men that irritate us now. Like, but damn, man, your mama black. You hate them all. And they be like, I hate all of them but my mama. Like, damn. Really? And then they'll go off into their story of whatever happened. And for them, it'd be traumatic enough where they didn't jump ship. And when I hear they stories is what have me flabbergasted, though. They stories be the worst stories you can ever imagine people doing to other people. Like one of the worst stories I've ever seen with a black guy and a woman he was dating and what she did to the guy and why it was so just atrocious in my mind, right? And I've seen other content creators discuss this one and everybody has the same take. It's so disgusting. So this guy is dating this woman who really, really likes her. And she has a friend that tells the girlfriend that he's cheating on her. And he's like, no, I'm not cheating, da, 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 da. And the woman believes that he's cheating. So she decides to give him a Mickey. So if you don't know what a Mickey is anytime somebody puts something in your drink and it gonna knock your ass out. That's a Mickey. So she decided to do this to this grown man. Knocked him right on out. Just bang. My man got dreads. She done shaved his dreads off. He wake up His dreads is missing, trying to figure out what's going on. She done left him, heartbroken. He just angry, the whole nine, right? So he do some man's type shit and be like, yo, I just want to take her to court because she did some dirtbag shit. She owed me some money, and I just need her to know you can't do that to somebody, right? I just want to put her on Front Street, basically, is what his whole plan was. I need to humiliate her in her behavior towards me as a person. And so he takes her to court and he proves his case like the woman he was with, he wasn't cheating with because it was his family member. He was like, oh man, it's my cousin. I love her to death. We hung out and we had food and drinks. That's what it was, Judge. And so they asked the lady to stand up and then asked the other lady, is this the lady you seen him with? And the other lady goes, yeah. So because you told her that and she didn't do any more investigation, you took it upon yourself to cut this man's hair off and give him a Mickey to cut the man's hair off. That's what you did. Word. That's the kind of person you is. And I've heard stories that damn stupid, that damn crazy, that damn left field where you be like, what? You did what? Like, I've had women tell me like my baby daddy cheated on me. I had sex with his best friend. Like, okay, there's low and then there's just despicable. Like, what do you mean? How do you do that to another human being based off, I hate your guts? And so these men have, and I'm not saying all of them by any means, I'm not, but a large portion of these guys have had something that wild, that crazy happen to them. And I just find that to be so crazy that don't nobody know about it, because they never get off into it until you press the issue of why they dislike black women so much, till you can get to the core of that, where it really is someone hurt you and that's why you like that. And unfortunately, without counseling, you are hard pressed to get beyond something like that. All right, so let's do this. Let's slide out for a little commercial break, and then we'll come back, wrap up the show, talk about what we got coming down the pipeline. So as my man would say, we'll be right back in 2 and 2. Y'all know that ain't true though, but we'll be right back. Stock the Bar Vodka, made right here in Michigan, distilled from Michigan red winter wheat. The red winter wheat provides this drink with one of the smoothest flavors known to man. Stock the Bar Vodka, premium quality. Our motto is smooth taste with a purpose. And now, the official sponsor of Shots Fired Podcast. Stock the Bar Vodka. Pour up a glass. Drink with a purpose. Hey, is your car out here looking like a POS? Mostly because it's dirty? Backseat is filled with McDonald's, Burger King, all types of fast food trash. Well, worry no longer, because you can be a happy customer of Marky's Detailing. That's right, Marky's Detailing is here to help you out. Known for their excellent cleaning skills, Marky Detailing will get your car clean from the top to bottom, specializing in getting in that undercarriage. That's right, Marky Detailing. All you need to know is we go where you are. Marky's Detailing is known to come to your location and get your car spotless clean with the latest in technology and ways of cleaning your car and getting in all the nooks and crannies. That's right, Marky Detailing. Hey, you can find us on Facebook, or you can call us direct at 616-502-6131. That again is 616-502-6131. Marky Detailing. Also look for us on Facebook.
Yeah, you know what it is. Shots Fired Podcast popping.
Welcome back to Shots Fired with Simon Phoenix.
Yo, so to tie this all up in a nutshell, I feel like without talking about those groups of men and how they got there, then it's unfair to then say, if you had your path of life take you where you were a guy and you're an engineer and you just ain't been around a lot of black people and you happen to marry a Latino lady, that you lose your rights to say anything about Black America, to say that you care enough to want to see all of us prosper. It's unfair. He got that right. That's it. I say you be a guy running around being the top advocate for it. No, that might not look good in the spectrum of the view. But that does not mean that you don't get your chance to have your say so. And I think when Dr. Umar was making that point, that's just an unfair thing to say to the men in that situation and the women in that situation. That's just not fair. They get their right to have that speak, even if they're in interracial relationships, because all of the people are not the hurt people. Like, I can totally understand someone saying, if you hurt and you say you hate black women, yo, you can't be out here telling me you pro-black. That ain't gonna work. It's just not. And I respect that, because that's just not gonna work. That's not gonna go down. That's not gonna be cool. It's just not. That you can't do it. But on the other end, for the dude that says, hey, man, where I've been and what I've done in my life put me in a predicament to run into this particular person, and they happen not to be black, and they love me for me. I still love Black America. I still donate my money and my time to causes that help Black America. They got that right. You know, to tie it in a nutshell, they have that right. And no one has the power to say they don't. You know, it's just what it is. So now, what are some of the things that I got going on in the streets? Well, I do have a couple nice interviews lined up for y'all. And I ain't gonna let no secrets out the bag. But I do got a couple nice interviews up here for y'all that I'm working on. And, you know, I know of a couple parties and things that are popping in these streets for y'all. Y'all might want to, you know, if you in the area, check it out. So, you know, don't forget May 8th, Barcode Cats. I got an event May 8th. Check their Facebook page. You know what I'm saying? Get familiar so you can go see some battle rap. I know some of y'all like to see MCs get their faces snatched off. Fatality in the building status. You know how it go down. I know some of y'all interested in that. And, you know, I hear a little birdie told me, like, July there might be a park party. So we gonna see how that go. More details to come, but here's a park party being planned. A little family barbecue, little get together, little music, little fun, little come out, have a good time activity. You know how we do. Church. So we got that coming up in July. So, you know, I know a couple little things coming up. And like I said, I got a couple hot cats that I'm bringing on that I feel like you might enjoy their conversations. Some of it is how to get money. So I know y'all gonna like that. Y'all always like how to get to the bag. That's y'all thing. Y'all be trying to get to the bag. Well, I've had a great night tonight. Thank y'all for coming through. This has been Simon Phoenix. Shots Fired Podcast Sunday Night Rant. Hope you enjoyed the show. If you want to send me an email, send that to Shots Fired Podcast Simon. That's right, Shots Fired Podcast Simon at gmail.com. If you want to send any information to the show. You know, that means if you got some music, that means if you want to be a guest, that means if you want me to discuss something on the Sunday Night Rant, I got you. Hit me there. I will get with you for real. For shiggity. For shizzle. Not shizzle, for shizzle. Alright. I'm out.
My nigga Tito, kicking down my door. Gun Roots Finest Part 3. Get him.
New money. Just got it. Seriously. Yeah. I shot at MC's bones and bury them in the backyard when I get home. Got haters on me like cheap cologne. Killing them going live from my iPhone. I keep the hammer like Judge Salone. 38 snub nose chrome. Pussy nigga get gone. My work ethic proved that one day I get on. Now they kick it on my door and ringing my phone. Getting high off the chocolate and Patron. This is white boy stone. I'm in my own lane, holding my own. I gotta keep my shit cocked cause of my skin tone. Constantly letting black citizens make it home. Get found slumped in your car with one in your dome. Horn going off, emergency lights on. They say some nights is long. You never miss it till it's gone. Rest in peace, hip hop. I'm putting niggas on the chopping block. You can't fuck with me out. YouTube, Facebook, TikTok. Dr. Prison Boss got the game locked. On the NASDAQ, you plumbing from on my way to the top. This goes out to all you racist cops. It ain't over to every last one of you get locked. They say new money is hot. They call me king of the drops. What's up, op? Grab here, what you got in that box? You live in a glass house, but you throwing rocks. I heard everyone to shout. I was there when the protest got holding banisters, screaming Black Lives Matter. We tore up the city, marched all the way back to 6. Some of your pussy niggas never feel me. The hating shit still can't kill me. Fuck you pussy niggas, you feel me? Yeah. Fuck you pussy niggas, you feel me? If I owe you, then bill me. I used to play marbles with rainbows and stillies. In the hood on a BMX popping willies. I shot at MC's bones and bury them in the backyard when I get home. Got haters on me like cheap cologne. Killing them going live from my iPhone. I keep the hammer like Judge Salone. 38 snub nose chrome. Pussy nigga get gone. My work ethic proved that one day I get on. Now they kick it on my door and ringing my phone. Getting high off the chocolate and Patron. This is white boy stone. I'm in my own lane, holding my own. I gotta keep my shit cocked cause of my skin tone. Constantly letting black citizens make it home. Yeah. It's your boy New Money. Who else? We definitely in the building. Salute to my city. Street art so on deck. You know what I mean? Salute. Still relevant. Shots out.
Shots fired, Simon Phoenix. We out.